Um, up next. Up next, we have Alex. No, I'm just kidding. We have Jason. Guys, we have another comic tonight. It was pretty cool. Let's see how the night goes. I think this is kind of awesome that we had a crew of comics came out for the first time. There's not many comedy venues, and right down the street you have Just the Funny. They specialize in more like improv and stuff like that, but you know, if there's barely a home for musicians, there's really barely any at all for comics that aren't like gig cats. So yeah, man, give it up for Jason.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for having this little venue for us to put this on. You guys enjoying your kava tonight? For those of you guys that thought you were going to come see Adam Sandler tonight, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not Adam Sandler. I know I maybe look like Adam Sandler. People say I look like Adam Sandler. I think I kind of maybe look like DJ Khaled a little bit too. Or I kind of maybe look like Adam Sandler or DJ Khaled ate Adam Sandler. Right? If you guys ever seen DJ Khaled eat, that guy can freaking eat, right? I'm a little bit of a big boy. The last time I saw more than just the tip of my penis, Obama was in office. You miss Obama too, huh? I miss Obama. I also miss seeing more than just the tip of my penis. Maybe Obama will come back. Maybe my penis will come back. Hi, thanks for joining us. So, yeah, the last time I looked in one of those full-length mirrors naked, I looked down and looked in the mirror, my belly button looked in the mirror too and winked back at me and said, hey. So, yes, my name is Jason. Jason Wool, W-O-O-L, like a sheep. I realized I need to say this because every time I say it, people think I say wolf, W-O-L-F. I'm like, no, people, it's wool, like a sheep. Don't y'all know you're fucking farm animals? You understood that. I'm more like the guy that's gonna, or not the wolf that's gonna dress up like your grandma. I'm more like the wolf in sheep's clothing, pretty much. Gonna ask your grandma to maybe like take her dentures out so I could get some real head. Bend her over to bed like the gilf that she is, maybe. That's the wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Glad to see you guys like that. So, growing up, I had these friends, and we were kind of like the holy trinity of bad decisions. My friend Mike and my friend Chris. We hung out, the three of us, with these three girls, and we were dating these girls. My one friend Chris, he was dating Hope. My other friend Mike, he was dating Faith. Guess who I was dating? Charity. Now, I don't know if that was her future stripper name or if the girl just felt bad for me. One of the two. Either way, she's gonna look at me really weird when I say this. I didn't have to pay her for when I lost my virginity to her. I thought maybe it was special. I was supposed to pay her, right? I didn't know. Especially since it was the first time. I said, maybe this is love. She said, this isn't love. It's like, everybody's got to give back to the community. Yeah, I felt that way too. I was like, ooh. That's when I realized that was a non-profit project. Yeah. It was the best donation, though, I ever made to charity. It was tax deductible. So, I'm not originally from down here in Miami, but I look around and I make some really weird observations. And I was over in Hialeah the other day and I passed the House of Corn, right? Casa de Maize. Is that a gringo? That's kind of how you say it, right? The House of Corn. And I'm like, the House of Corn? I gotta check out their menu. So I'm like, corn on the cob, corn this way, corn that way. It's like 27 different ways that they serve you corn, right? I was like, why don't they just serve it to you in the toilet? Because it's coming out the same way either direction, right? The House of Corn. So, it's kind of like living down here in Florida. I've been down here so long, I kind of feel like I'm a bit of a Floridian, but I do something that really you can only do here in Florida. There's one other place in the country, kind of Louisiana, you can do it, but it's really a Florida thing. So I consider myself, by doing this, I'm becoming a Floridian. And you know what that is? I love to eat alligator. Right? Some people are like, and some people are like, ugh, alligator? No alligator. No thank you. But that's where I realized that I will never really be a true Floridian, because I do the same people when I look at Floridians and they're like, I eat ass. So I might eat some barbecued alligator ass one day, but I don't think I'll ever be a true Floridian. You guys are crazy. Munch, munch. So, living down here in Miami, I don't know if you guys have ever seen off 62nd and 7th Avenue over there, there's a building, and in big neon letters, there's no other branding on the building, it just says, I see myself in you. Have you guys ever seen this building? It says, I just see myself in you over there. Have you ever seen it? It's a big neon building, it says, I see myself in you, just the lettering on the side of 62nd and 7th Avenue. And every time I pass it, I'm like, what is this building? There's no other branding. It doesn't say anything other than I see myself in you. And I'm like, is this the Miami Women's Rape Crisis Counseling Center, maybe? Yeah, that was a neat one. You like that, though. So, also living down here in Miami, I realized that Jesus can go both ways. Right? What? Immediately you start thinking down here in Miami, gay, straight, transvestite, right? That's what you're. No, I'm talking about the pronunciation, okay? Jesus can either be Jesus or it can be Jesus, right? So if it's all beautiful, holy, literally died on a cross, nailed it, that's Jesus, right? If all of a sudden he walks in 3 hours late, smells like weed, has ripped jeans, carrying a 6-pack of Modelo, wants to get beat under the table, that's Jesus. If all of a sudden you walk in your house and your grandmother's sitting there clutching her pearls, sitting on the couch crying, she's praying to Jesus, right? If all of a sudden you walk in your house, you hear coming from the bedroom and you open up the bedroom door, that's when you find out your girlfriend's cheating on you. Fucking Jesus, right? If it's all holy and walked on water, there's Jesus, right? If all of a sudden you hear at 3 a.m. somebody running around on your roof screaming, hey, where's the weed? That's Jesus, right? So I think he's about to give me that time, and I have one last one here for you guys. You guys all know about these arches they're building down here in Biscayne Bay. They're way over the limit. They have bad faulty concrete. They're not hurricane proof. All sorts of crazy shit about them, right? Well, I did a little bit of research about these things, just be me. And I realized that they're trying to emulate the St. Louis arches, right? I don't know if you guys know this, but St. Louis is the gateway to the West, okay? So I'm sitting there and I'm scratching my head and I'm like, they're building these arches in like Miami. What are they trying to emulate here? Like, what is Miami the gateway to? And all of a sudden I'm like, Cocaineville? Yeah, Miami is the gateway to Cocaineville. So then I started doing a little bit more research, and that's when I realized, what's that? No, this is when I realized that these arches, I can't make this up. Do you know the name of the architect that actually is building these arches? You're very close. No, it's Donald McDonald. Donald McDonald is building Miami Mick arches, or golden cocaine arches, whatever you want to call them. So on that note, all I gotta say, guys, is thank you very much for my time at ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm snorting it, Miami. Thank you very much, guys.
Guys, give it up for Jason. Up next, we're gonna have a quick little jam, just bass, drums, and vocals. Over here with someone who's been coming for